Hello everyone and welcome back to Uncharted and stuff. I hope you like shooting because we are going to be doing a lot of it during this part.
Oh boy.
Hi, I'm Nathan Drake. You might be asking how I got myself into this predicament.
It was because of the black and white.
The black and white and just in cover with hordes of enemies.
By the way, what the fuck was that guy doing? He was literally holding that machine gun at his dick and then just like...
I thought that was Elena.
You thought that was Elena?
Well, no, because I mean they were right in your view, so I figured must be a friendly. Also, it was you were in black and white mode, so it was kind of hard to tell whether or not it was
Yeah, one of the biggest little tips I can tell you about this section is you're going to be going from firefight to firefight, and especially coming up, we're going to be introduced to the very first vehicle section of this game. Just collect as much ammo as you can, because I really don't like this upcoming section. This is my second most hated part of the entire game, is these jet ski levels. Granted, they control much better than the jet ski levels in Crash Insanity Trilogy, but the original Crash Bandicoot 3, which may I remind you was also developed by Naughty Dog, controls better than this.
Really?
Yes. Mostly because it is trying to be a bit more realistic. I get that, but even the boat in Uncharted 4 controls better than this, which I actually have been replaying since our last session, just kind of get a good comparison between the two games.
Oh, please. You quit if you want to, but don't use me as an excuse.
Fine. It's me, okay? I am quitting.
And this is a very common theme throughout the entire series, is that Drake will eventually be like, I don't want to get the treasure anymore, I just want to get the hell out of here.
Okay.
And at this point,
Because
even in
for
Uncharted-
him, it's a matter of things of perspective, where it's like he needs to realize are some treasures worth dying for.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
get
he said
that.
it himself, and I mean, especially kind of with this.
Well,
like,
yeah. Now and throughout the rest of the games, he kind of
This time, I drive.
like in the rest of the games, he clearly doesn't really learn anything from that sort of mindset.
well, for me, like in this game, like just in the context of this game, for
Yeah,
him,
in
it's
this one, it
being a
would've been
bit too
fine.
real because I mean, Sully's dead.
Get it? How does a whole
Quote, unquote.
colony just drop out of history?
Well, he actually dies in it. Like, he's actually supposed to be dead in this game, right? And they retcon it in 2, or what? How does that work?
I'm gonna let you just find that out for yourself.
Okay, so he comes back at the end of this game.
What happened to this place?
Let's just say, I hope you're familiar with one of the CDs that Green Day put out a little while back.
Which one?
Which one?
Bullet in a Bible.
Oh, that. Oh.
Ah, so it's a
That was
That's-
that was one of their that was one of the albums for like, hey, here was a live concert.
Yeah.
Oh, so he pulled I'm trying to remember the movie.
You just gotta see it when we get to that part, okay? I really don't want to go into detail about it, because that, to me, is still one of the biggest ass pulls this entire series has
He
ever
had
done.
he had a goddamn pocket watch or something, and it blocked the bullet.
Oh, wait till you see what it is. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh God.
Alright, but, okay, so, besides, of course, like, I don't really like the jet ski controls in this, is that...
What
you
is
have
it about the jet ski?
I just fucking hate these shootout sections, because you're in plain open view, having to do this. Like, you saw me turning right
Yeah,
there because
you
it's
turn
so
very
uncomfortable.
wide, like Jesus.
I mean, I get it. It's one to be more realistic, but it's still a giant pain in the fucking ass. Now, granted, this one's not as bad as the later one. There's only 2 sections like this in the
Man,
entire
this is a
game.
pretty shit jet ski. I'm just gonna say that.
Like, this right here is supposed to be, like, epic, but...
Oh.
I don't know why it does that.
I would
No,
have
although-
loved like an out-of-key Dukes of Hazzard theme. Edit.
Nah.
You don't suppose
No, again, this is a bit of foreshadowing that I really like. This talking about the cursed Inca treasure, which I believe is a very famous mythological thing.
Yes, it is.
Um,
It was the idea was it was around the time when with the whole search for El Dorado, City of Gold type shit. It was believed that in the attempt to find it, an Inca leader was killed or tortured by the Spaniards who were trying to get information on it, and as punishment, he cursed one of the treasures that they had already collected, and that they would eventually bring back to Spain. That eventually caused a lot of mess.
Isn't that Montezuma's revenge?
No, Montezuma's revenge is don't drink the water when you're down in Mexico.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm not too
Also, I'd like to point out, I fucking hate that's an actual country song. Don't drink the water. It's like, I'm not going down to Mexico to drink the water anyways.
There's a song by the Bleachers that would come on this radio station I volunteer at my college that occasionally would play a song by the Bleachers called "Don't Take the Money," which I actually really like that song.
Yeah, and like Persona 5 kind of has that one, like that one bit where it's that kind of like where it's. I mean, unless you don't want me spoiling, it's the field trip.
Just say it.
Yeah, like
Oh.
whenever they go to America, and it's
Yeah, don't drink the tap water.
yeah, don't drink the tap water. When in all reality, it's just I'm thinking like tap water in the like
Tap
in,
water
like,
in
coastal
the,
U.S.
in the States
pretty,
is the exact same as bottled water.
yeah, at least
Not
in,
all the time.
in coastal U.S.
Because I can tell you this. Oh yeah, and this is another shootout section I just cut past because it took me a few tries. I don't know why we're going on this fucking tangent, but fuck it. I only drink like purified water now because tap water makes me feel fucking sick.
Just the concept of doing it, or
no, it's
No,
just when
some tap water, it has to do with the filtration. Is it?
Yeah, when I was a kid, we had this water filter thing that would go on your sink, and I got used to drinking out of that for like almost 2 years straight. So when we ended up having to get rid of it because it was at this point broken down, I tried tap water and I almost threw up because it just tasted so goddamn awful. So now I can tell the difference like night and day between the two, and the only time I'll drink tap water now is when I absolutely don't have a choice and I need to take like medicine or something like that.
Yeah, actually, me being a lazy bastard, with, depression, and I have a bathroom by my room, so I just, if I really need to drink some water, I just go and drink the tap water from the sink.
The last time I ever drank
I've done
tap
that.
water was when I was at MomoCon 2014, and I was standing in line to get Troy Baker's autograph, and I was thirsty as hell. I had been sitting there for 2 hours. Bathroom was right
2
nearby.
hours, man. I remember back when that was actually worth merit. No.
How long did you end up staying in line with Ryan at AWA for Travis and Laura?
I mean, it was a standard one. I mean, it was about maybe 2 hours, but like there have been times where I've had to wait like.
You
I think
waited
the
5 hours for...
Stephanie Shea.
Yeah.
But that was AWA 2015. I know there's been
this
one
year
that's
was just awful with the lines. Not even like
dude,
the
that's a convention, and plus the guests they had there, that was gonna happen regardless.
Well, no. I'm not even talking like the lines. I'm talking.
You're talking about the staff,
the management of the lines was awful.
which was weird because they've been really good about that in the past. I've always praised them, but they just dropped it this year.
Yeah, like I was talking with Ryan about it. Like, God, like the fact that the website was wrong about like who had free autographs, who and like how much they were charging for it, that pissed me off. Like whoever was managing the website for this year's AWA, they fucked up hard.
I mean, to me, the biggest highlight during AWA this year, the two of them for me, one was getting to meet Brina Palencia, who is one of my favorite voice actresses in anime, and the other one being getting to see Luna Haruna in concert was just fucking awesome. I said this year. I keep thinking it's 2017. We're in 2018 now. But
We're
cons,
in that
I'm taking
first
a
month
massive fucking
awkwardness.
For me, it's always in the first week. Usually by this time, like after the first week, I sort of get out of that habit.
Oh, I'll do it all the way up until March.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very guilty of it.
I grew out of that with high school. Basically, pretty much like my first week back in, you know, starting up the second semester, it was always the first week of the second semester. I'd always do the previous year, but like after I had a week to adjust, then usually by the second week I've had, I'm sort of adjusted to the new year.
I know one of my favorite YouTube series, this was years ago, back in high school, was Stupid Mario Brothers, and I remember like during one of the blooper reels, one of the actors called, it was in March, and he said it's now 2011 and it's hot as hell, but it was 2012, but we were almost like 4 months in or something. I miss that show. I'll give it like it's YouTube fan-made project stuff, you know, live action acting, all that with Mario characters, but it had really funny writing from time to time. I actually think right now they're getting ready to do an animated series of the first season, which would be pretty cool to watch. Might check it out.
Speaking of animated YouTube series, I've finally gotten to going back to watching Tone. I'm so happy for Curb that that his series is getting made into a game. Like
Sorry, just like no, I am too. I mean,
like, I'm really excited for the Tone game. Like, big props to Kerber for that happening. Like, I remember he was
I enjoy his podcasts a lot. I just haven't watched Tome.
Yeah, I find him to be a bit dry.
I think
it's too
depends
dry
on who he
for
does
my
it
taste.
with.
Have you watched Tone?
It's the art doesn't really appeal to me. Also, I kind of don't generally like the whole like we got sucked into another world sort of thing.
Oh, and
I
Isekai.
know it was before
Isekai.
a lot of stuff, but
Sword Art Online pretty much destroyed that genre single-handedly.
destroyed. You
Yeah.
mean absolute? Well,
Eviscerated.
I mean, you say that, but it's
It,
but the
it more or
isekai
less
thing
made a pop culture reference out of it at this point.
Yeah, like the whole
Well,
isekai
I
thing
will say
is
Tome-
stronger than ever.
I haven't watched Tome in a while. They're not sucked into the game. Like, they're just playing as their characters.
It's dot hack basically in a way.
Yeah. Like, they're not sucked into the game. It's just you know, we're seeing the avatars play as the characters of the players. Which I've always liked that concept, where it's not like the characters being the players. It's like the characters. Sorry,
I'm also just too busy watching D&D stuff.
But yeah, I'm really...
Actually, if you're talking about that, there's a show I recommend. There was an anime last year. It's actually really good, I thought. called Recovery of an MMO Junkie. I actually really enjoyed it.
I need
Yeah.
to watch it.
I remember you recommended that for me.
Yeah. The English dubbing on it was actually really funny. And if you enjoyed the My Hero Academia dub, it's done by the same director.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. And fun fact, that's also the voice of Bakugo.
Wait, what's also the voice of Bakugo?
The English dub director of My Hero Academia and Recovery of an
Really?
MMO Junkie. Yep.
It's always great to see when the one of the VAs is also one of the directors, because
They often will do that.
Yeah, generally that shows that they actually do know what they're doing with their because one problem that's always present with like the directors that aren't involved with the project is they don't know like the context of what's going on.
I mean, well, Funimation's definitely better at that sort of thing than most other.
Correct me.
Most
Correct
of
me
the
if
time.
I'm wrong. Wasn't one of the VAs in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood the voice director?
No. No, you were thinking of Juni Tice in the Zodiac War. That was his very first time directing, which actually, I definitely want to talk to him about that when I see him this upcoming weekend, because I'm going to Ichiban Con.
So one of the the director, the voice director for for
I think it's because he killed me and I cut it out. I just remember like he pissed me off because I didn't see him and he came up and shot me.
So that was just not even making sure he's dead. That's just a fuck you.
Yeah, more or less.
So with in Brotherhood, one of the VAs wasn't the voice director wasn't involved in the VA.
No, one of the VAs, the one you're thinking of is Mike McFarlane. He's been at Funimation for a long time. And I don't know if he still directs stuff as common as he used to, but he did Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. He did another show that I highly recommend called Shiki, that I really, really enjoyed. So, but he
wasn't one of the voice actors.
In Shiki, I don't remember. I don't think he was.
And but he wasn't in Brotherhood.
No, he was Havoc in Brotherhood.
Oh, so okay, so Havoc. Okay, so they did. That's what. So he was the voice of Havoc and was the voice director. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting getting to see.
Yeah, Funimation generally does that a lot.
I also don't know how I survived it. I don't know how I fucking survived that.
I want to say I think it's the voice of Connie Springer in the Attack on Titan dub. That's also the voice director, I think.
I don't remember. I know I've heard of who it is. I just can't remember who it is.
I wonder who the voice.
I actually think it. I actually no wait. I think it was Mike McFarlane who directed that.
Mike McFarlane. I think he does play a role in Attack on Titan.
He does. I just forget what. No, but I was gonna say it is interesting to get to see like these like for people like me and I'm guessing you guys as well, but I definitely say more of my generation.
I mean, we're not that far apart in age.
I know, but like in terms of like anime fans that have been like following this stuff since like even like the 90s and stuff, like getting to see these voice actors start taking on directing roles, like I said earlier.
Question: is Mike McFarlane also being the voice director for Super?
It's either gonna be him or Chris Sabat. It's
okay, because Mike McFarlane.
I was actually going to say, well, I thought
Yajirobe in Super. So
I thought it was Sunny Straight, but I think that was just for Kai.
Yeah.
Well, it also might be Sunny Straight. I'm not sure. I haven't watched Super yet. And I really just can't be bothered, honestly.
I mean, same here, honestly.
Wait, and who did you say was and who was the voice director for My Hero Academia?
Clifford Chapman.
Oh, okay, because Mike McFarlane was the voice of Ojiro in Hiroaka.
Still seem to be in good shape.
So Mike McFarlane is the voice director for Attack on Titan dub. He is the voice of Jean Kirstein.
This looks right.
If I gave a shit about Attack on Titan, I'd probably say ooh, but I don't.
He's the guy who butted heads with Aaron in
16th century Spanish? Not just
early on.
after all, huh?
Marco's friend, the guy who had to change a heart.
I really do not care. I stopped watching after like episode 10. I just got so fucking bored.
I can.
But here we go. This is the statue we've been looking at.
That thing kind of gives me the
looking for, I
creeps.
mean, throughout this entire game.
Huh. That's the last entry.
That somebody special?
What?
And here we also get to learn the big motto with
Should say that?
Drake,
Yeah.
Sic Parvis
Sig-
Magna.
yeah,
Parvis
Sig
Magna.
Parvis Magna.
Kinda guy.
Don't I wish?
Which I actually don't know if that's actually officially what it translates to, but
Inherited it.
Sick
he
Parvis
inherited it.
Magna?
He stole it from a
Greatness
museum.
from small beginnings. It was his motto.
And no, I'm not kidding about that either.
Yeah, I know. I
And-
played 3.
January 1999.
Wait, what about 3?
One day.
Oh,
You found out how he gets the ring.
Wait, what are these numbers right here?
Coordinates, right off the coast of Panama.
Oh, so that's how you found the coffin.
Yeah, that's right. See,
Let
Drake
me
left
check
this
the
as a
official
clue.
translation.
Pinpoint the
Sig
exact burial site.
Parvis
Someone
Magna.
clever enough to figure it out.
Yeah, nice try. But we're still going for that boat. Yeah, I'm
I can't find the voice
afraid
director for Nier
as close
because,
as we're getting.
goddamn,
They'll
the
be
English.
Wendy Lee.
Really?
Yep.
Goddamn.
But we can talk more about that sort of thing in the next part.
Yep.